Hello, it's me, Unleash Music, and guess what? It's my religious life, and just remember last Wednesday we did a very special my religious life on Ash Wednesday, and remember the history of what is history of Ash Wednesday really means? It means that just remember, just remember this. Everybody knows that Ash Wednesday as marking this 40-day period. Just remember that remember that you are dust, and to dust you shall return. And here's why. Why? Because this is the first Sunday in Lent. Because the separation of Jesus in the desert to fast and pray. And that's why this time he has been tempted. And just remember that Matthew chapter 4 verses 1 through 11. It says that then Jesus was led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. And I'm not talking about George Soros either, so you just have to trust me about that. Anyways, he fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. And afterwards, he was famished. So the tempter came and said to him, if you are the Son of God, command these stones to become loaves of bread. But he answered, it is written, one does not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God. Then the devil took him to the holy city and placed him on you guessed it, the pinnacle of the temple, saying to him, if you are the Son of God, throw yourself down, for it is written, he will command his angels concerning you, and on their hands they will bear you up, so that you will not dash your foot against a stone. Jesus said to him again, it is written, do not put the Lord your God to the test. Again, the devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their splendor. And he said to him, all these I will give you if you fall down and worship me. Oh, well. But Jesus said to him, now listen to this. Jesus said to him, away with you, Satan, for it is written, worship the Lord your God and serve only him. Then the devil left him, and suddenly angels came and waited on him. So, you want to know about the story is? You want to know about the story is? Guess what? It was about a famous duel fought hand to hand between Michael and the dragon. Of course, the seed of the woman and the seed of the serpent. And the serpent himself, which is, you guessed it, the seed of the woman try to suffer and be tempted. And so has his heel bruised. And why the serpent was quite backward in his temptations. So that means his head was broken, and Lord Jesus comes off with a conqueror. So secures not only comfort but conquest at last to his faithful followers. So what concerns by Christ's temptation is really all about? Well, absurd. Remember the time that happened? There's an emphasis that led upon that. Immediately after the heavens were opened up to him and the Spirit was descended on him, and he was declared to be the Son of God, the Savior of the world. What's the next news to be hearing? Yeah, hearing yes. He was tempted. And, and here, here's my observation. What a great privileges and special tokens of divine favor and not secure us from being tempted. Well, he has great honors to put upon us, and we must expect it. Something that is humbling, and Paul, Paul has a messenger of Satan to send him, to buffer him, after he was, he was in the third heavens, and that's why his people for temptation calls for them, and he gives them strength according, according to the day, and furnished. But what the answer is a suggestion to the evil spirit of things. Well, guess what? It happens. Then what happens next? Yes, in a solemn ordinance, he was baptized, and afterwards he admitted into the into the communion of God. That's why we must we must expect to be set upon Satan to enrich the double guard. And when it thou hast eaten and art full, then beware. Warning, when he began to show himself to Israel, and that's why he tempted again and again. Why is he tempted? I tell you one thing is, because he never showed while he lived in privacy. And the devil was particularly, use persons. So, quote this, Ecclesiastes chapter 1 says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. So, let young ministers know about that. Now, there's a place called in the wilderness, and probably the great wilderness of Sinai, where Moses and Elijah fasted 40 days, and of the wilderness of Judea was so abandoned to wild beasts. And this is said to have been because, it published it to retire the wilderness. But after this communion with God, to be private, while we last is receiving in the crowd of hurrying of worldly business, and Christ withdrew into the wilderness and to gain himself and all that. Now, Christ would appear as a teacher, come from God, and it shall not be said to them. It's sad because he guessed it. He guessed it. Now, now, couple things. Here's the thing for you. You ought to know by now. Now, it's this. He was directed to the compact. He didn't whisper, thrust himself, but he was led up to the Spirit to be tempted of the devil. And the Spirit was sent upon them like a dove, and yet made him bold. Our care must be, yeah, you guessed it, not to enter temptation. But if God, by His providence, order us into circumstances or of temptation for our trial, and we must not think it's so strange. You guessed it. It's so strange. You guessed it. By our double our guard and be strong in the Lord to resist steadfast the faith, and it shall be well. Well, everybody leaves us to ourselves. Whatsoever God leads us, maybe may well we may hope that we go along with us more than conquerors. But what is Christ's temptation? Because here's three things. Here's some things you ought to know about temptations. Fiery darts, thorns of the flesh, buffetings, sittings, wrestlings, combats, all and combats. So, which is denoting the hardships and sufferings. Therefore, Christ submitted because He will humble Himself in all things, made like unto His brethren. Thus He gave his back to the smiters. That a literal quote from Handel's Messiah, oratorial Handel's Messiah. Uh, he gave his back to the smiters, and is occasioning Satan's confusion. There is conquest without a combat, and Christ is tempted to be overcome to this point. And they're more than conquerors, so who knows? No, I'm not going to explain all this because I guess we're almost out of time, so trust me about that. Let's see, I will scroll down, and it says, now, I'm not going to, you should read the notes, and I got this from, you guessed it, BibleGateway.org, BibleGateway.com, and you can read the commentaries and all that stuff of Matthew chapter 1 and chapter 4 and see what it's all about. Now, I'll say this, I say this for the moral of this religious life story is this, that Christ has thus succored after the temptation for you guessed it, his undertaking, that he might see the powers of heaven siding with him, and he saw the powers of hell set against him. And and for this reason, our encouragement is to trust him. Trust him. When he saw the powers of hell set against him, this is what happens by experience. Experience. And what was to suffer? Being tempted, and how hard that was. he he, uh, he knew what it was to be suckered and being tempted. Uh, you too. Have a good night. Now, so here's your worst nightmare. Worst nightmare. Everything else can be civilized. I'm gonna wrap this up. So, oh yes, where was I? Oh yes. So he knew. He knew what it was to be, yes, tempted, or and how uncomfortable that was. And therefore, you guessed it, we may expect that not only that he will be sympathized about this one with his tempted people, and that he will come in a seasonable relief to them as our great Melchizedek, who met Abraham when he returned from the battle. And of course, the angels here to minister him. So that is all for now for this first Sunday in Lent. And here's your homework assignment. Please read read Matthew chapter 4, verses 11 through no, verse 1 through 11. And you be noticed about this one because you be civilized. So next Sunday, it's going to be second Sunday of Lent. And I'll tell you what we've learned so far for 40 days during Lent. Just remember that Father Jason said I said last Wednesday night at my church, and I realized that you need to fast, pray, read the scripture, and you guessed it. Everybody knows can be civilized. So that's your final answer for now. Well, it's all that simple when you know what I'm saying. Anyways, enough of that. Anyways, that's my you guessed it. You guessed it. You had to you guessed. You know what I'm saying. My religious life story for this first Sunday of Lent, and I'm sticking to it. I'll come back next Sunday for second Sunday of during Lent. So just goes about that. Anyways, thanks for listening.